Today's video has been sponsored by Mistplay. How's it going, my peeps? Welcome back to the channel and happy almost New Year. Boy, have they given up on the design of these things, because gone are the days when there used to be two perfectly circled zeros to look through. Now we've got drunk glasses to block half your vision on top of whatever else you choose to consume during your festivities. And just in case you needed some last minute ideas for snacks or appetizers during your festivities, I'm here a couple days early to save the day. From the Prosecco infused grapes to the crispy truffle potatoes, as well as the chicken Caesar pasta salad and this incredible looking spinach artichoke dip toast. These are all looking like they could be crowd pleasers for everybody at your party or just yourself. But for the very last time this year, let's get right into this one. Allow me to take a quick moment here and just thank you all for another incredible holiday season these past couple of months. With that being said though, I am very much looking forward to taking some time off next month, just kicking my feet up and relaxing, doing some gaming. And if you're like me and you love mobile gaming and you love discovering new ones to play, Mistplay is about to become your new best friend. Mistplay is a loyalty app for mobile gamers where you can discover a huge catalog of games and earn points towards redeeming gift cards. And the more games you discover and play, the more points you earn. Since being introduced to the world of Mistplay, I myself have discovered a bunch of games that I absolutely love, and as a sucker for those classic card and board games, I have been all over Spades and Bingo Frenzy. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're already a mobile gamer, why not get rewarded for your playtime with Mistplay? And maybe the best part is that you can redeem your points for gift cards from some of your favorite brands like Amazon and Walmart, Visa and Xbox or PlayStation. Over $60 million worth of these gift cards have already been redeemed with Mistplay. So do yourself a favor and click the link in the top line of the description or scan the QR code on screen right now to download Mistplay for free. Get 200 bonus points for signing up today, and when you use my code in the app, you'll get an additional 50 points to use towards your first gift card. And thank you so much to Mistplay for sponsoring today's video. First up today is something that's just about as easy as you can get, but it does look like a fun little boozy treat. They are Prosecco infused grapes. I grabbed some vodka and green grapes, Prosecco, and some granulated sugar. I'm sure that the vast majority of you could guess exactly what the procedure is here. You've got to pick off the grapes, rinse them under some cold water. If you've ever seen one of those videos where they wash off all their produce and then show you the bugs floating in the remaining liquid, you will never not wash your berries and grapes ever again. And then you just plop them down in a bowl, drown them in Prosecco and a splash of your choice of a vodka. Give them a little mix and then let them sit in the fridge overnight to chill. I was tempted to stick these in the freezer instead to make them even more cold and refreshing. I absolutely love freezing grapes for a snack, but I refrained. That's not what the recipe calls for. And to finish them up, you just toss them in that sugar and plate them. Like I said, extremely simple, very accessible to anybody over the age of 21, so let's give them a taste. I feel like these could easily work for a Christmas party too. They look like little green snowballs. That's Prosecco. I think I've mentioned before that I don't generally love wine adjacent products like a Prosecco or champagne, but this is really good. Primarily because it's absolutely doused in sugar, but I could eat these. They're fun and cute and festive, and they certainly taste like there's alcohol in them. Also, I'd imagine that the other half of that concoction would be perfectly consumable too. The grape infused Prosecco. Actually, yeah, I just don't love Prosecco. These are still alright. I could still eat them like I said, but I'm thinking the next recipe has me a bit more excited. For the first appetizer course on today's menu, we've got potentially the most delicious looking garlic parmesan crispy potatoes I've ever seen. And for some undisclosed reason, I forgot to include my ingredient list shot. I might be a little tipsy from the grapes, but it's not that extensive. I started by baking off some potatoes in a 390-degree oven for about an hour. You do have to let those completely cool down before moving on to the next step, which is confying some garlic cloves. I would imagine you could do this however you like. He does it in a pan on the stovetop. I'm just gonna do it in the oven. It's kind of a little bit more foolproof. So I loaded in, obviously, a whole bunch of garlic cloves with some ghee, some fresh rosemary and thyme, and set that in a 250-degree Fahrenheit oven for almost 2 hours. This does take quite a bit of time. You just want them evenly golden brown, smelling unbelievable, and then perfectly smearable once they are cooled down. This is just gonna be for the dipping sauce. You're gonna mix them with plenty of mayo, a little salt and pepper. That should be the perfect little side dipper for our crispy potatoes. And then once the potatoes were cooled down, I sliced them up in nice thick slices, and then got them beautifully crispy and golden brown, cooking right in that strained out garlicky ghee. Side note, ghee is just clarified butter. It's kind of that yellowy, translucent part when your butter melts and separates. And it's good for this because it doesn't burn. It has a super high smoke point, but if you don't have it, don't use normal butter. Just use like an olive oil. To finish these bad boys, they got a very healthy sprinkling of our Parmesan cheese, some of that freshly chopped parsley. Have I ever mentioned how much I love potatoes in all their forms? And I'm thinking that love is just gonna grow even stronger today. I'm excited. Holy shit, are these incredible. Forget about french fries and tater tots. These might be my new go-to fried potato. They are unbelievable, especially when paired with this garlic mayo. Who wouldn't love Kewpie mayo and roasted garlic and lots of ghee flavor? Obviously, these take a very long time just to bake the potatoes, but then to confit the garlic could take you up to 2 hours or more. But for a New Year's Eve party, very worth it. Also, if you use that hack of like wrapping a bulb of garlic in foil and then baking that for an hour, you can get to a roasted garlic much faster. So I'd say absolutely give these guys a shot. It's everything you want in a crispy potato, but having that creamy baked potato interior. Absolute winners. Great job. If you thought that a pasta salad couldn't possibly be viral enough to be in one of these videos, think again, because coming in at a total of 28 million views across Instagram and TikTok, we've got the Chicken Caesar pasta salad from Piece of Confectionery, and I grabbed some croutons and rotini pasta, bacon and chicken breasts, ranch and Caesar dressings, romaine lettuce, Parmesan cheese, and salt and pepper. You are also gonna need some kind of multi-purpose seasoning for the finished pasta salad, like an adobo, a tahine. In the video, they use a Salad Supreme seasoning, which I do not have. So when in doubt, I'm gonna use my trusty Cajun seasoning, also because I'm loading that on my chicken anyway, so let's build a cohesive flavor profile. For a pasta salad, this may have quite a few more steps than you would expect. I dunked down my pasta in some boiling water for what I believe was 12 or 13 minutes. I started cooking off my bacon and then cooked the chicken breasts right in that good fat. No flavor is wasted here on the David Seymour channel. And then I just diced all my meats up, gave my romaine lettuce a nice fine chop, and then one by one loaded all my ingredients together. You may be thinking to yourself, could I have made my own homemade dressings and whipped out the capers and the anchovies to make a nice creamy Caesar? Yeah, I could have, but do I feel like doing that right now? Not really. It's been a very long and labor-intensive holiday season, so I'm gonna take a bit of a shortcut. Sue me. Also, I'm sure if any of you out there were to make this for yourselves, I'm sure at least the majority of you would use store-bought dressings too. Come on. After all, that is the spirit of this channel. I'm supposed to test recipes to see if they're good enough for you guys to do. Unless, of course, I get peer pressured enough into torturing myself for a couple days, then I make those videos too. By the end, this stuff was smelling so good, I was kind of a little taken back. I didn't expect it to smell so good. But now's the time to see if this thing's really worth all those damn views. I was really doubting the ratios with this one, from the lettuce and the pasta and everything else. I do think it could have used more meat, more just bacon and chicken, but overall, I think we got there in the end. This is really good. I love anything Caesarified, a wrap, a sandwich, even a pizza, but this is really flavorful. It relies very heavily on your investment to it, how good your dressings are, what kind of seasoning you choose, and your chicken, obviously. But it's such a godly combination of flavors. It's greater than the sum of its parts. The perfect little appetizer starter course, so highly recommend. And for our final recipe of the year, we've got this incredible looking spinach artichoke dip bread boat. And for that, I gathered some spinach and artichokes and sour cream, mozzarella cheese and devil cream, some mayo and a crusty bread loaf, fresh garlic, salt and pepper, Parmesan and red pepper flakes. This was very unintentional for almost all of our recipes to include Parmesan and garlic. In hindsight, if you were like me for the majority of my life and salty about not having a New Year's kiss, you could make this for your party and screw over everybody else. Let me also just say, it is becoming incomprehensible how fast time is passing, how many years we've been at this together. I feel like I blink and another year passes. I feel like after I get done filming this one, I should start designing my Halloween set for next year because it'll be on us in no time. But again, thank you all so much for sticking around. I do have some semi-big changes in the making. I'm gonna work heavily on those throughout my January break. I've got one more video for you next week, but after that, I'm gonna take quite a few weeks off and we will reconvene after that. But for this one, you have to whip up a very simple mixture of your sour cream mayo and cream cheese. I'm sorry, but I think we've graduated from abusing cream cheese bricks. I'm willing to tolerate them in one recipe every 3 months, so long as I don't actually taste it in the finished product. You then just have to mix in everything else, lots of your cooked down spinach and garlic, the artichokes, and toast the hell out of all that cheese on top to get a nice melty golden brown. This thing looks great for any party, and for one final time in 2023, let's give this one a taste. Don't think I would have guessed for the final recipe of the year we would be making spinach and artichoke dip with a block of cream cheese. It's damn good though. I'm not even gonna pretend to lie. It's got everything you want in a spinach artichoke dip, from the creaminess to the flavors. I love the garlic coming through. You don't taste the cream cheese that much because of all the other strong flavors going on here. If I had to pick one complaint though, I think I should have toasted the bread before putting the dip on there. It would have made it even crustier and even better of a contrast between the creamy and crunchy. Some of the bread on the inside is just kind of chewy. But this is absolutely delicious. This would be a party pleaser for sure. Cut them even smaller if you want to get more pieces out of it. And with that all being said, thank you for tuning in to another one, peeps. Again, thank you for everything this year. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Have the best New Year's Eve ever, wherever you are celebrating it. I will see you right back here next time. Peace.
With the M without the AD. Flipping burgers and my money super lazy. Try and make a meal tonight, they ain't paying me. Try and supersize my life with my 18. Yeah, our style wasn't wavy, but we had a vision.